December's rum tasting deep dive comes courtesy of my friends at Master of Malt. This year, they very kindly let me build my own advent calendar. Now, the only issue with that is it was 7+ weeks ago when I did this. It wasn't my account that I would normally buy stuff from Master of Malt with. So I've got absolutely no record or recollection of what I added to the basket to fill this advent calendar with. The only two bits that I can remember is that I've either added 17, I think it was 17, it might have been 18 rums to this. So rums proviso of my channel, so under £50, under $60 US, 60 euros, because that's my kind of market for rums. That's what I'm all about. That's sort of not quite entry level, but definitely not sort of geek level rums, kind of that in-betweeny ground. So that's where the rums should sit for there. What's the remainder of what's made up in this box? I kind of selfishly did some brandies, cognacs, armagnacs and calvados, because I flipping well love my brandies, and I wanted a little bit of a selfish element to this as well. And when I say I love my brandies, I kind of go the other way, because I am all about expensive brandies. I think there are, if I can remember one, I think there's one, maybe a calvados that's slightly cheaper, but some of these brandies are up at the 80, 100, £100+ a bottle. But rest assured for you rum fans, I can definitely remember all of the rums are within my price range of what I normally focus on. So join me in December for daily videos where I'm going to get my Christmas jumper on. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to open the box of the day, talk you through the Dram, give you the price of what you'd expect to pay bottle-wise, proper full-size bottle-wise, and then give you an idea of whether I would actually go and buy a bottle or not. So entry spiel out the way, that set the scene for the rest of this month. Let's crack on and open number one, which is right down here. I'm really excited by this, really excited. What have we got? If we can open it. I don't want to destroy the box. Oh, there we go. I think we're going to have to destroy the box. Right. So, first up, on the 1st of December, we have got... Ooh. Hopefully, the close-up might get this. If I can... Hang on, I might have to do that there. That, if I hold that there, we should be on the close-up. That is what I've got for December the 1st. So, this is the... PYRAT. I'm going for PYRAT XO. I know absolutely nothing about this rum. It's a rum that's cropped up in the comments quite a few times over this last year. Steve, are you going to try this and that? My limited knowledge of this, it's a Guyanese rum. All I've literally done is I've got the price up, what you can expect to pay on Master of Malt, which is £43.74. To translate for you guys around the world, that £43.74 is roughly $55 US, 50 euros, 80, rounding up 84 Canadian dollars, 84 Australian dollars, and then 75 Canadian dollars. Now, I'm not going to go off and do loads of research. This is all just purely tasting, smelling, tasting, and would I actually go and buy a bottle? So, as I said, you know, at the top of these videos, what I think I've done, or what I'm pretty sure I've done with these rums, is selected rums that I haven't had during this whole journey, and B, never had. So some rums I might have had sort of 8-9 years ago, and other rums I've never had. To my knowledge, this is a rum that I've never ever had, or a brand I've never ever had. So I'll do half the bottle in here. So the PYRAT, I'm going to go PYRAT. I'm going PYRAT. PYRAT XO. Now, obviously, with these rums and drams, they've all come into Master of Malt in bottles, and Master of Malt Drinks by the Dram have drammed these up themselves. I think that's kind of how it works. I don't think they send the bottles out to the distributors to bottle themselves. I think Master of Malt take care of that. So obviously, we shouldn't be getting any, what we call it, neck pours, any of that ethanol-y, glue kind of, you know, first opening there. These drams should all have had plenty of air to come into them. So on the nose for this, it does smell a little bit sweet, but orange. I get kind of bitter orange. I get juicy orange. I get a little bit of vanilla on there. And I'm trying to nail down what that sweetness is. It's like a sweet. This reminds me of a sweet, but I've got no idea of what you know, one of those boiled sweet. But maybe not pear drop, but something like a pear drop, something like that. I wouldn't say I get any spice or anything like that off it. It's very much or even barrel aged. I don't know how much is XO. I would go roughly 6 to 8 years old, but it could have really young rums in there. It could have quite high aged rums in there, kind of blended together. I generally don't know, but you know, I'm not getting any massive barrel influence coming off there. It could be a sweetness thing, but it's lots of orange, lots of sort of vanilla off there, and this sweet, this sort of boiled sweet of some description. Right, let's dive in for a little taste. Now, that's nice. I like it. I have got orange spiced rums here that I would put on the same level of orangeness and spiciness of this. I mean, no, there's no denying that's orange forward. If I don't know better, if I was tasting that blind, I would put that down as one of the British orange forward spiced rums. Not heavily forward in spice, but there is a little tingle, sort of like a cinnamon. Yeah, I'm going cinnamon. I wouldn't even go ginger, like a little touch of cinnamon at the back there, but it's massively orange forward, massively orange. It has to be dosed. It has to have a little bit of sugar in there, or whatever they've used, maybe honey, cane honey, or something like that. But there's definitely a little bit of sweetness in there. There has to be. I would actually put that. I'd put that sweeter than Plantation XO, and so we know Plantation XO has got that 20 grams of sugar. I'd potentially go up to, I don't know, but I'd potentially go up to sort of Diplomatico's levels, which are reportedly around sort of 35 to 40 grams of sugar, so double the amount of Plantation XO. It's a very delicious rum. I really do like that, but it is sweet. I mean, you can tell I like it. I finished half that dram. Use cases for that, very lovely rum fashions. You wouldn't need much sugar, but you could play about with some chocolate bitters in there, because you've already got the orange, so you've got like a chocolate and orange. Maybe a touch of sugar for some of you, but diluted down with an ice cube and that. Mixers, maybe it's a little bit expensive, £43, but maybe a cola. Ginger, definitely ginger with that. If you're into mixins, that would be kind of fantastic. Would I buy that bottle? I'm not overly convinced I would, simply because I've got 3 or 4 orange sort of spiced rums underneath me, underneath the bar here. And I don't think, for the price and what I've got there, I don't think that's any better, and it's probably a touch sweeter. So PYRAT XO, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I do kind of like that. I wouldn't personally buy a bottle, but it will have its fans. Decent, neat sipper for those of you with a sweet tooth, but also, you know, that's going to be great as a mix of rum fashions. I'm not too sure about cocktails. Like, you're not going to use it for daiquiris, you're not going to use it for mojitos or anything like that. But cola, ginger beers, rum fashions, that'll work a treat in there.